Hello, this is Randall Franks, and I'm here at the Kiwanis Distinguished Service Award Banquet, and this is going to be a fun event, and I hope you will tune in and find out all the things that are going to happen. In the back over there, there's my friend James Rogers. He and I are both being honored today.
My name is Shirley Smith. I'm the Executive Director for Catoosa Citizens for Literacy, and it has been my privilege to have served with Randall Franks on this task force and this adventure, because it has been. Randall started with us earlier as a task force member, and he did a lot to help us get our advertising in for the GED program and for reading also. And then he graciously was hoodwinked, or whatever you want to say, into being our chairman. And during that time, we were needing some funds and some fundraising. Randall helped with getting a cookbook started with all of the numerous dignitaries and musicians and actors that he's known in his lifetime. And we came up with Stirring Up Success with a Southern flavor. And he was very instrumental in getting all those pictures and all those different recipes. We had over 300 recipes in the first one. That one was very, very successful, and it went all over, not just Catoosa County, but went all over. And then we were able to talk him into doing another one later on, Stirring Up Additional Success, and it also was magnificent, with different people and over 200 more recipes. Randall has a love for literacy. He has a love for Catoosa County, and he has a love for the people around it. And that is one of the magnificent things about him. He has been unbelievable in helping us with our venture to get everybody a GED or help them learn to read. And with that money, I think it was close to $38,000 that we earned with both of those cookbooks. We were able to help with the addition of the building, the new addition, in which he was the co-chairman during that time, and also to buy new computers, and to also pay for the testing fee for the GED. I just want to say thank you to Randall so very much for everything you've done, and thank you for considering us important enough to be in your life, because you definitely were important to our lives, and we thank you very, very much for what you've done.
I first met Randall Franks in 2001 when I asked him to publicize the Alhambra screening clinics for the Lexington Hospital Shrine for Children. He publicized these clinics for years. He received a Distinguished Service Award from Alhambra and from the Lexington Hospital. He became like a member of our family. He asked my wife, Maureen, to hold the Bible for him when he was sworn in as a Ringgold City Commissioner. As he began the Share America Foundation after the passing of his mother, Pearl, in 2006, he came to me and asked if I would consider chairing the organization. Its focus is to encourage youth in the traditional arts of Appalachia, highlighting their music. We began an effort to raise funds through special concerts that would fund scholarships for the youth that were furthering the traditional sounds. World-renowned singer and songwriter Dottie Rambo graciously helped us with our first fundraising event at the Ringgold United Methodist Church in April of 2007. The next month we moved to the Ringgold Depot and have welcome guests from states around the country, providing an opportunity for our youth and audience to be encouraged by the wonderful music and talents from some of the biggest stars of Southern, bluegrass, and country gospel music. As the young people shared their stage, their talents improved and their future emboldened by support from the community. Thus far, thanks to the support of our over 10,000 concert patrons who have visited Ringgold as a result of the concert, and our volunteers, we have presented 11,000 $550 and 15 scholarships, with more yet to come. We have raised an additional $25,000 in order to sustain our efforts. We donated $600 for a teen anti-drug program. Randall donates his time and talents to the host each of our concerts. Working with the board, he volunteers as president, overseeing the day-to-day operation. Come join us in our next show, September the 13th, with Ken Hicks and the Testimony Quartet at the Ringgold Depot. You make what we do possible with your support.
Hello, I'm Phil Ledbetter. I'm privileged to serve in Catoosa County as the Family Collaborative Coordinator. I'm also proud to say that I've known Randall Franks for 6 years and consider him a friend. He has been one of just the most active and supportive persons in our county for our Family Collaborative and all that he does in the county just to make Catoosa County such a better place. He's been serving with the collaborative as well as when we had the tornado disaster, and I was on the COAD, the Catoosa Organization Acting in Disaster. Randall actually was behind the scenes helping set that up, even just a week after the tornado had hit Ringgold. And as we were getting the group together, we did kind of have a policy that no elected officials were going to serve on the COAD. And so he couldn't serve, but he would have been there if he had not already been councilman in Ringgold. And he was certainly behind the scenes helping in every way to raise money for that program to rebuild houses and help families in Ringgold. I know many of you remember when the American Idol, Laura and Elena, and all of that was on national news. He helped to make sure that on that program, as Lauren was coming home one week, that we talked about the tornado disaster and gave information on how people around the country could help in that. And also when the Extreme Makeover Home Edition, the Chiracs over in the Fort Oglethorpe area, and it was also talked about then, and Randall was really instrumental in making that happen. So the whole success of our rebuilding project was doing a big part from Randall Franks, and we appreciate him for that. He also has helped with our Teen Maze. That's a project that we do with our Family Collaborative. His Share America Foundation, they sold a Christmas CD, 25th anniversary of Heat of the Night Christmas CD last year, and he raised some money to go towards our Teen Maze project, which will again happen the first week of October of this year. So he's just involved in everything, and we're just very pleased to have him as a friend and a fellow worker in our efforts to make Catoosa County a better place.
By the Governor of the State of Georgia, a commendation. Whereas Randall Franks is a well-known and accomplished actor, author, civic leader, and musician. His contributions to both his community and the state of Georgia are exceptional and valued by the many lives he has touched. And whereas Mr. Franks has starred or co-starred in 14 films with many other acclaimed entertainers, with 17 album releases, 17 singles, and over 200 recordings, Mr. Franks' delightful music has been heard by over 25 million Americans and fans in 150 countries. And whereas not only a successful artist, Mr. Franks currently serves as the Vice Mayor of Ringgold, Georgia, as the past chairman of the Catoosa Citizens for Literacy, a program that assists individuals in learning to read and pursue a GED. His adroit and efficient capabilities as the Deputy Public Information Officer and Volunteer Liaison for Catoosa County and Ringgold following the 2011 tornado served his fellow citizens well as he coordinated the formation of the Catoosa Organization Acting in Disaster. The collaborative efforts of this entity brought $1.3 million in donations to the county, aiding uninsured and underinsured residents. And whereas a devoted philanthropist, Mr. Franks is also president of the Share America Foundation Incorporated, which provides the Pearl and Floyd Franks Scholarship to musicians continuing the traditional music of Appalachia. He has been aptly named among his generation's leading country humorists due to his warm character, kind spirit, and affable personality. And whereas Kiwanis International exemplifies the characteristics of altruism, righteousness, patriotism, goodwill, and a commitment to the Golden Rule, Randall Franks possesses these admirable traits and serves as a model citizen. Now, therefore, I, Nathan Deal, Governor of the State of Georgia, do hereby commend Randall Franks and congratulate him on receiving the Kiwanis International Distinguished Service Award.
Present you with this Distinguished Service Award presented to Randall Franks in recognition of his outstanding devotion and service to his local community.
As I rang the doorbell when I was about 5 years old, watching my late mother stand at the door, I wasn't sure what was about to happen, but I watched her. I saw her explain to a neighbor about a family whose father was out of work, the mother was sick. The kids didn't have enough money to have food to eat. The mother was collecting anything that she could to help this family. She gathered up clothes, food, even toys. It was Christmas time, so there were old toys. I watched my dad take out his tools and refurbish bicycles and every kind of mechanical gizmo that they were given to make it look like they were pretty. In watching that, I could have never imagined what life had in store for me as an entertainer, as a performer. But I think what was instilled in me by my late parents was that every day we are given the opportunity to help someone else. It can be individually, it can be in a large project, a large organization that brings together massive amounts of resources to make a difference. I thank you so much for these wonderful accolades. And this, for the governor, thank you, Jay. Governor Deal was very, very kind. And for my friends at the Kiwanis, I've served with you as a Kiwanian myself, and I know how much of a difference your organization makes in the lives of youth. That has been so much of my focus. Celebrity is a wonderful thing. My mother said it's used to say, well, it's great that you're famous. It's both a curse and a blessing. The curse is that you're famous. The blessing is that you're famous. People know who you are. If you use it well, you can make a difference in a lot of people's lives. That's what I've tried to do. And I thank you for the opportunity to come before you today for this recognition. But what I've done in my life is not for recognition. So I'll accept this on behalf of the two people who inspired me to be who I am. My mom and dad.